How's it going, Dave from Comic Book Investments? So, got some stuff back from CGC. I know, it's late. It's a late video, but I've been busy with other stuff, getting the auction going. That's right, we have an auction coming up. The deadline is already passed with consignments, so hopefully you got them in. But the auction will start the first week of February and ends mid-February. Go to our website, collectorscomics.com, check it out. We got tons and tons and tons of stuff. You know, I'll do more videos on what we have once, you know, it's all up. It should all be up next week, all of it. But so let's go through some of the stuff. Got some pretty big like things in the works. So, you know, hopefully it happens. You know, sometimes when I am not the only controlling party for certain videos and content to be made, I'm waiting on other people. So we have something scheduled. So hopefully, you know, it'll be a very interesting, let's say it's a interview. Be a very interesting interview coming up. So looking forward to that. That should come out next week sometime if I can make it happen. So let's hopefully it does. All right, what do we got here? Spider-Man 194. I thought it was a 9.4. I got a 9.0. You know, oh well. 379. First Black Cat. Here we go. Spider-Man 300, first Venom. In 8.5, I thought it'd be a 9.0, got an 8.5, 479. You know, maybe I should just crack it out and do one of those reholders and get this a 9.8. You know, what's interesting is as I've been getting the consignments in, I'll get like, there's a 9.8 of this book, so I have to look up the serial number. So this is like an extra step now that dealers have to do is, you know, look up serial numbers, make sure that it's not on that list that they gave of whatever it was, 350. It's probably way more than that, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, so looked it up. All the stuff that I got in was whatever, serial number, bad, free, you know, it's like, it's all good. But yeah, just an extra step that we have to do now, dealers. Here's a book, interesting book. I know someone actually always wants this book, so maybe I should hit them up. Batman 30, handing out guns to the soldiers. That'd be 3.5, got a 4.0, 9.99. Or sorry, I said that wrong. $1,000. 9.99. Yeah, 9.99. I don't know. Love this cover. Great cover. Not as good as the original, but a very good homage cover. I'm trying to think. Is this probably the best homage? I mean, the subject matter. That's what really counts. And it's Neil Adams. Neil Adams in his peak. This is peak Neil Adams. This is Batman 227. Came back great. I was hoping for 1749. Peak Neil Adams, and just so iconic of a cover. Very cool. They also, you know, I liked how he did kind of like this. It's not a full-on drawing like the rest of them. I don't know. Maybe it's grayscale. It doesn't really say. But whatever they used for this, like the way they did the coloring on this, because it looks like he didn't do any black outlines, like you know how they have black outline around like her arms and whatever, so none of that, so it doesn't pop, so maybe that's what it is. Anyways, very cool. Still not as cool as Detective 31, but that is out of reach most people, and including myself. And even if you did have the money for him, you would never find one. You might find like a 0.5 or massive restored one, but if you want like a halfway decent one, good luck. Never gonna happen. Batman, no, it's not Batman. Black Knight number 2. That'd be 6 ago, got 4.5, 11.99. Blue Beetle number 3. Joe Simon cover. There's just something about, for me personally, like I'm looking right here. Here's a Bronze Age and a Silver Age. They kind of look the same to me. Like obviously the Bronze Age, I would say in terms of art. In terms of art is like a little more colors and a little more going on. But I feel like Silver Age, there's like less colors than there were in Golden Age. I don't know if that has to do with like maybe like this book, this is very like flat, right? This is just blue, red, yellow, right? This very flat. But there's other ones like where they have, no, there's other ones where it has kind of like a more of like a airbrush look to it. I don't know. But there's something about like Golden Age. To me, it's just like it just. I don't know. There's a coolness factor to it, like how it looks. Came back great. I wanted $22.99. Here we go. Got this Bronze Age. The cat, number 1. Thought it'd be a 9.8. Got a 9.4. $6.99. Obviously, I looked this one over and I couldn't get what I wanted. Dreamwalker 0. First appearance of the Goon. Yeah, I mean, like, this obviously is an indie title. This is a 9.8. It's green label because it's autographed by Jenny Gregory. So, let's see. What was this book called? Dreamwalker. $16.99. Came back greater one. Then we got, I mean, this is technically Golden Age right here, but this still has that, like, flat look. I don't know. It's not as good. I don't know. Just my opinion. I thought it'd be 7.0, got 7.5, $11.99. First appearance of Catman. What? No. This is not right. Anyways, first appearance of Catman. I don't. That to me doesn't make. I'm trying to think. There's the Catwoman, and then there's that other Catman. What was his name though? Maybe he wasn't Catman. Maybe he was Catman, but it wasn't. Kind of like how there's Batgirl in Batman 139, but then Batgirl is actually technically Detective 359. Two Batgirls different, just like there was a Supergirl before the normal Supergirl. So this Catman looks like the Catman from Continental Comics. Was that what it was? No, that wasn't it. The Catman from the 40s. Hoyoki or something like that, comics, whatever. Catman from the 1940s. That's who that looks like. So maybe this is like DC got the rights or fell into public domain and they just, that Catman. But there was another Catman before this Catman. I don't know what his actual name was. Maybe Man-Cat. I don't know. Nonetheless, this is the first appearance of this Catman. I thought it'd be, came back 7.5, $4.99. Fantastic Four, number 8. Thought it'd be 5.5, got 5.0, $5.29. First time that Thing and Hulk meet, which is lies, they battle. First time in the battle. Fantastic Four 12, $10.99. I need to move that light. Blinding me. First Black Panther 52, $8.49. Yeah, I was a little nervous about the auction, but it turns out a lot of people sent stuff. I was like, oh no, people aren't going to send any stuff. And that's how it is every auction, because it's always, this is how it always goes. It's like I get a few things in, and then it's like, oh, okay, I guess this is the size of the auction. It's going to be smaller than the one before. And then it's like, oh, at the very end, just boof, just like tons and tons of stuff. So first appearance of Peacemaker. I thought before, got a 6.0. That's good. $6.59. No, wait, is that what it says? $6.59. Sorry, I printed this way too small. Flash comic, $79. That's cool. Art. Thought it'd be 7.0, got 7. Thought it'd be 6.0, got a 7.0. $1,000. Yeah, just making sure it's the right grade. First appearance of New Black Knight. Avengers 48. $4.99 in A5. Man, this book used to be worth way, way, way more. I don't know if it's slowed. I know it's slowed down and dropping, but I don't know how much. Action 24. Very old Superman. What grade is that? 6.0. I thought it'd be 5.0. $28.99. Here we go. Here's a book I don't think I've ever had. All Flash Quarterly. Nope, that one's still flat. I don't know. Maybe it was like, I'll have to look what comic I'm thinking of that's like that. That's airbrushed. All Flash. $16.99. It's missing a centerfold, but it's really nice looking. Except the back cover. Ooh, back cover looks terrible. Front cover, great. Back cover, not so good. I mean, it's not missing any pieces. It's just bad looking. First Doctor Doom crossover. That'd be 3.0, got a 4.0. 10.25. Spider-Man number 9, first Electro. That'd be 4.0, got a 5.0. $12.99. Spider-Man 11 in a 6.0. That'd be 6.5, got a 6.0, $5.99. This is the UK variant, in case you're wondering. This one came back a really good grade, better than I hoped. Daredevil, not Daredevil. Spider-Man 16. That'd be 7.0, got an 8.0, $21.99. That makes a huge difference right there. Got a couple of these. Spider-Man 50. That'd be 3.5, got a 4.0, $6.29. Now I know the Kingpin is in that TV show Echo. Literally haven't seen anything other than a couple reviews. Didn't even really make a splash. Pretty much most of like the review people I watch, they're like, it's terrible, and then moved on. Like, not much. I think like we're in this weird part with the MCU where before everyone would just talk how great it was. Oh, this movie's so great, so great, so great, so great, right? And then like the golden age of the MCU. Then we started hitting all like the weird movies that are like, this is not very good. Like I think was it Phase 5, Phase 4, whatever. Like I don't know the different phases at this point because I kind of stopped caring. Whatever like Shang-Chi was in, whatever phase that was, the next phase after Endgame, it was kind of like, okay, this is okay. Okay, we need something to root for. It's just kind of like, okay. And then we moved to the next phase where we got like the Marvels and Ant-Man 3 and whatever, all that stuff. And that was just like, so we went from like, it's okay, where is this going? Is this going to be good? You know, we'll let them get through this phase. Then it's just like, all right, the news phase. I'm like, what? You're starting a new phase? That phase was terrible or not very good. And then the next phase, it's just terrible. So now it was like kind of people, like everything was great. All the reviewers, everything's great, the best ever, blah, blah, blah. And then they come out with whatever Shang-Chi's phase was. And everyone's like, there's some good ones in there. It's okay. But people still held on to hope. Then the next phase come out, whatever the one with the Marvels in it and Ant-Man 3. And then everyone's like, this is terrible. Like, and they just harped on it, me included, just harped on how terrible it was. She-Hulk was in there, all that kind of stuff. People were just bashing on it. Now we're in the next phase, I guess, or I don't know. We're in the next, I guess, phase in the MCU, not by their metrics, where people now just don't care. They're just like, whatever. Like, yeah, it's bad, whatever. But they're not like harping on it, because before, with like the Marvels and She-Hulk and stuff like that, they were extra mad, making tons of videos on it because they still cared. And they wanted to turn around, and there's still like a little bit of hope. Now there's like no hope. And then people just like, it's like, I don't know. I don't watch too many movies, but I'm sure there's some series out there that literally just goes on. Like a movie comes and goes, and no one really, it's bad. Okay, and then move on. No one cares. No one talks about it at all. It'd be like, I don't know, a Rock movie or a Jason Statham movie where it says like, it sucked, whatever, moved on. No one cares. That's where we're at with the MCU. It's like people aren't really going to talk about it much other than, it's not very good, moved on. Now it's just literally another other movie in the theater that no one cares to talk about. So, all right, last one, Morbius, another not so great movie. What a fail. But that's not Marvel, that's Sony. Thought it'd be 9.2, got a 9.0, $10.99. But there is still hope. There's Ryan Reynolds. And he's going to come out of Deadpool, and that's going to make like $1 billion. And then people are like, I guess superheroes aren't dead. It's like, no, superheroes are not dead. People love superheroes. They love superheroes more than probably anything else. Like, more than, it's like the number one thing. I can't think of anything else that's like higher. Like a genre type. No. I mean, technically superheroes are in like the fantasy adventure type of category. They do make the most money, so they pretty much, are the number one type of movies and stuff like that. So, I mean, if you take it like even Harry Potter didn't reach MCU levels. Like think about Batman. Every time a Batman movie comes out, it's almost near $1 billion. Every single time. People love superheroes. So that's not the issue. The issue is you just make bad movies. That's all it is. You make bad movies. You have bad writers. I'm not going to get into it. Have a great day.